Yes. Welcome to the player ratings show from City beating Sevilla 4-0. Obviously, this is the new thing for the next day. We do this. This number keeps ringing me. This same number. Yeah. Hope we're all good. How you doing, bro?
Oh, well, Bray. Pretty chill after yesterday's 4-0 victory, and LB has been paid out, mate, on his little gamble in the beginning of the season.
Now,
I told you about that, didn't I? I said Tuchel will be sacked by the end of the season. Now, granted, even I didn't think it'd be this quick, but it was always going to happen. He was never going to succeed at Chelsea in this Premier League due to his tactics, and I think it's the correct decision. I think that Chelsea they've acted quickly. Okay, some people might say they should have given him time, but in my opinion, they say the result would have been the same. He was never going to get that Chelsea team to perform the way it needed to be. So there you go.
I've got to say, bro, that that's big that from you, because there's a lot of people in the chat when you first told everyone saying, "Nah, what L for LB?" Do you know what I mean? Or what a waste of money and stuff like this, as if it wasn't going to happen. But you back yourself, and it worked, bro. Yeah. So I have big respect for that.
To be fair, it was a lot quicker than even I expected.
Yeah. Like this morning, we were like, what? It just came out of nowhere. And obviously, like, we know the situation with obviously the owners ringing him, stuff like that. Now they're after Potter. Obviously, if that doesn't go through, I reckon that one will happen. I reckon he'll take that. But it's it's still a mad one. It's just something I didn't expect. Like, as much as you kept saying it, I was in my back of my head, I was like, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. I think Chelsea might keep him, because, bro, it's like when you argue with Chelsea fans about it, they were all backing him to death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The ball knowledge in the game is low these days. You know what I mean? The stonks need to rise, man. The stonks need to rise.
Football stonks.
Yeah. But, anyway, we'll probably talk about that later on tonight. I'm going to do a watch-along of the Inter Milan Bayern Munich game for our Xtra Club members. It's going to be a private stream. So if you guys want to get involved in that, just become an Xtra Club member. The link is in the description. We'll probably talk about that much more in detail later on. But we need to get in with the player ratings. Before we do, guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. The player ratings that we'll be giving you are submitted from our Xtra Club members. However, if you feel free to give your opinion in the chat as well, and obviously we give our opinion as well. So
basically, if you're not in the Discord server, get yourself in the Discord server. It's going to be going through some changes like in the next couple of days, so bear with it. But that's where everyone, we submit the player ratings there. Everyone can vote on their players, and then that's where we get these ratings from. So we're not just pulling them out of our ass. And also, it shifts all the blame away from me and Lewis when you start going, "What a rubbish rating!" You're like, nothing to do with me, mate. But yeah, that's the situation. But yeah, feel free to put it in the chat as we're going through it. Do you know what I mean? You can all have your opinions in that. So we should probably get started, bro, because 5 subs, there's a lot in it. There's a lot of players to go through it.
Yeah. So we got Ederson in goal, guys. I'll give you the stats on this one then. 29 touches, 88% pass accuracy, 8 long balls, 5 of them successful, and he came out and sort of dived on the ball successfully once. Kept a clean sheet, which is obviously good. However, there was the moment where he threw it on the floor again.
I've still not seen that again,
Yeah, I mean, I seen the replay yesterday, and I still think it was very soft, but it is what it is. Referee said it was a foul. Gets a clean sheet. I mean, it's difficult to give him a rating lower than a sort of... by the way, guys, 6 is the average. So for me, it's difficult to give him lower than a 7.5 when he's got a clean sheet. So we didn't really pull off any saves because we didn't really have any to pull off. So I think I'd probably give him something around a 7.5. Probably just give him a 7.5. I think that's a fair score. That's what I'd give him.
So how are we doing this then? Do you want me to... You're going to say...
And then you give me yours, and then we'll give the Xtra Club members.
Well, I don't know in it because I can see all the Xtra Club members in it. So I'll just give you the Xtra Club members ones, bro, because it's skewing the way that I'm thinking about it. I agree with what you're saying. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but my brain's mashed with all the Xtra Club ratings. So the Xtra Club members have given him a 7.3.
Yeah.
Which is fair. I mean, like I said, it's close to 7.5.
He did get a clean sheet, but at the end of the day, he didn't really pull off any saves. So
he didn't have. The thing is, it's hard to know what he's not tested loads in it. Do you know what I mean?
He made one save in a game. Looking at the chart, people are sort of in that same sort of bracket there. So yeah, we'll leave Ederson there. I'm going for 7.5. Extra member 7.3. So same sort of place.
Next up is Cancelo.
Cancelo, yeah. So 2 assists. Which is pretty mad. 1 interception.
That's sick.
Yeah, 1 interception, 2 tackles, won 2 out of his 5 ground duels, didn't win any of his 2 aerial duels, lost possession 19 times, 88% pass accuracy, 2 key passes, 3 crosses, 1 of them was accurate, and 4 long balls, 2 of them accurate. And he also had a couple of shots there.
For me there, bro, he's had a really, really good game. And when watching the game, not even just looking at stats, he played very, very, very well on that right-hand side.
I agree. I thought that was his best game so far this season. I actually think Cancelo's been poor this season.
Yeah.
Seen some people rating him on socials yesterday after the game, saying he's been mega all season. I disagree. I don't think he has by his own standards. But yesterday I thought he was really decent, getting on the ball, making things happen, looking alive and energetic. I'd probably give him an 8.1. I think an 8.1 is 2 assists. That's pretty sick. I think 8.1 is a fair rate.
I think to go lower than an 8 would be unfair, given the fact that he did get 2 assists and his all-round game was very, very good. And on that, the Xtra Club members have given him a 7.9, so it is very close to the 8.1, and it's very close to what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people in the chat are saying 8. The general consensus actually seems to be around the 8 mark in the chat. There's a few people saying 8.5, stuff like that, but... 7.9, so I reckon that's pretty fair. Do you know what I mean? Given the fact that it's close to the 8, I'd give him around the 8 because, do you know what I mean? Because of the 2 assists, I feel like, do you know what I mean? I'd cap him there, but do you know what I mean? That's good. Actually, everybody gets a 10. If only it worked like that. Next up then, next up is Akanji. Right, Akanji had an incredible game.
Yeah.
He had an incredible game. Now, I don't know if you've got the stats there. I imagine you do have the stats.
So, stats for Akanji's game yesterday. Made 3 clearances, 1 interception, 1 tackle. He made 4 ground duels, winning 2. And made 2 aerial duels, winning 1. Pass accuracy of 90% with 3 long balls and... 1 of them being accurate. They're the stats. You don't sound the best in the world. Obviously, you do have to balance the stats with what you've seen with your own eyes, as I said last time. I thought Akanji was really, really solid yesterday. I was really impressed with a couple of things. His ball control was really impressive. His pace, although we didn't see too much of it yesterday because the game wasn't really that stretched, it was seemingly pretty quick. Passing looked on point. He drove out with the ball a bit like John Stones does really well, and just looked really, really confident. I thought he had a really, really solid game. It is kind of difficult to give him a mega rating because he didn't really have that much defending to do. So you know, if we're doing this fairly and properly, I struggle to get into like the 9s, because to get into a 9s as a defender, I feel like you've got to have done like really good defending, and we didn't really have too much to do because we dominated most of the ball. However, I thought that he had a really solid performance. Me personally, I'd probably give him something similar to Cancelo, and I maybe go 8.1, 8.2. I thought he was really, really good. I thought he had a cracking game.
I thought it was mint, and something to look at in that is the fact that he slotted into his side better than you see many players slot into his side. Like, literally looked like he'd been playing for this team for seasons, mate. He did not look like that was his debut. He looked like that was his thing. Actually, mate, you'd have to spam it, innit? We can see your ratings, mate. But the Xtra Club members have given him an 8.8. With the Akanji, and obviously something to take into consideration with the Xtra Club member ratings and stuff like that is the fact that people get gassed. People get gassed about signings. I probably would have been up there. Do you know what I mean? But getting gassed about the whole new signing thing, that does happen. And when Haaland scores, you know, you'll get gassed about that. Do you know what I mean? So that is but 8.8. Personally, I would have gone a bit lower, maybe an 8.5, 8.4, something like that. Do you know what I mean? But I think he had a good game in it. Yes, he wasn't tested defensively, but going off what we saw, everything we seen was very, very good.
No, completely agree. Really, really promising debut that from Akanji, and let's see how he does on Saturday if he starts against Spurs. Because I was just saying about we can't really give him the massive ratings because he didn't really have too much defending to do. Well, if he plays on Saturday, he will have some defending to do against a very good team and against very good players.
Bro, it's gonna be mad seeing him against bro. He's literally gonna go in from Seville to Harry Kane, bro.
I know.
Bro, he's gonna honestly. It'd be interesting if Pep full sends it, then do you know what I mean, fair play, and it works out, fair play. But a lot of people might be saying, Ake, get Ake in there because we've seen Ake.
Yeah, no, for sure. Right, let's move on to Ruben Diaz. I thought he looked really strong yesterday. These are his stats. Obviously, got a goal, 4 clearances, 1 interception, won both of his ground duels, only lost possession twice, had a 97% pass accuracy and 3 long balls, 1 of them accurate. Stats are very, very good. I also thought, based on my eyes, I thought he had a really, really good game yesterday. I thought he played really, really well. I thought he had a good relationship with Akanji during the game. Again, didn't have too much defending to do, but when they were called upon, did really, really well. And just looked like the old Diaz, you know what I mean? I do think that when Diaz first came, that first season, he was mega, and I don't think he's hit those heights of that first season since obviously the end of that year. But yesterday, I thought he was close. I thought he was close to being a top centre back again. And like, when I say that, by the way, you've got to understand why I'm saying that. I'm saying that because I think he has the potential to be the best centre back in the world. That first year that he was at City, he was up there, as a shout of being the best centre back in the world. I don't think last year he was up there, and I don't think so far this season he was. But yesterday, he had a really, really strong performance, and that's where I want to get him back up to. I'm not saying he's been bad. I'm just saying I want him to be the best, and I think that's where he needs to get up to.
Yeah, no, I think Diaz has the potential to go on and be the best. You kind of seen it from the off. He fitted into this City side. He was the company replacement, although it'd be a year late. But Diaz has been incredible, and like I say, people have been saying he's been a little bit off. The last season wasn't as good as his first season, and people were saying last night that Akanji actually. Almost as if that Ruben Diaz played on the other side next to Akanji, and it made him more settled kind of thing. I don't know if that is the case or not, but Diaz looked very, very good last night. He got himself a goal. Do you know what I mean? As much as it was a tap-in, but still, do you know what I mean? He's got to be in the right place at the right time, which is obviously one of Cancelo's assists. But the Xtra Club members, bro, they've given him an 8.2.
Yeah, I'd also give him an 8.2, but I also give Akanji an 8.2. So
see, I went for Akanji 8.4 and Diaz an 8.2. But then maybe that's a bit skewed because Ruben Diaz got a goal. But
I know. Yeah, I'd probably give them both the same. I thought there wasn't much in between them. I thought they both had really, really strong performances. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see what Pep Guardiola does at the weekend because, like we said, will he go back to Ake? Or will he play Akanji? Or will he play a back 3? We've struggled with the counter-attack. Will a back 3 help in protecting us against that counter-attack? It's going to be a madness. We'll probably start sort of our previews tomorrow. It's a massive one.
I hope we do run the back 3 at least once this season. You know what I mean? I just want to see it. I mean, experiment. See what go on, innit? I just want to run it. Asgar with a 32 says, Akanji is now the Black Panther. Wakanji forever. yes, Asgar, mate. And Darcy with a 5 says, keep in mind, Diaz is still only 25. He has heaps of time to refine his game, and that is very, very true.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Only 25, and look at him, mate. He's an absolute beast. And also in the chat, I seen Rob, the Motorsport Madman. Yes, 1,080 members, guys. You are killing it. Big up to the both of you. Yes, Rob. Appreciate that, mate.
Yeah, buzzing. Right, let's move on to
Sergio Gomez.
Yeah, a full debut for Sergio Gomez. Played full 90 minutes, 2 clearances, 2 tackles, 1 interception, won 4 out of his 5 ground duels and won 3 out of his 4 aerial duels. Lost possession 13 times, had a pass accuracy of 90% with 2 key passes during the game. Created 1 big chance, 6 crosses, 1 was accurate, and 6 long balls, 2 were accurate. And and he made 2 dribbles in the game where he took it past players and was successful both times. So the stats are backing up a good game. I also thought he had a decent game yesterday. I thought defensively looked pretty strong, and going forward he looked decent as well. He put a cracking ball in for Erling Haaland.
That was the big chance.
Yeah, on another day he could have put in the back of the net. But yeah, good performance from him. Probably wouldn't give him as high as Cancelo. I think I'd give Cancelo like an 8.1 or something like that. The Xtra Club members give Cancelo a 7.9. I'd probably give him a slightly little bit of less of a rating than that. So I'd go for a 7.8. That's what
I was actually going to say 7.8. I think 7.8 is a very, very fair score given his game. And also the Xtra Club members have joined that, and they've gone with a 7.8 as well. So, do you know what I mean? Big up to Xtra Club members, all pretty much in sync there. Sion White says 7.5. I think it's just around that. Do you know what I mean? He didn't set the world on fire, do you know what I mean? Or the world alight, do you know what I mean? But he had a very, very good game. It was a
strong first performance.
I think the only thing that people are going to want to see from him is what everyone wants to see from him, and that is more defending. But you're not going to get that until you play teams where you're going to need to defend more. You can only judge him off, like I said before, what's in front of you and the games that he's played. But honestly, look really good. Really good.
Yeah, no, I thought his debut was decent there, and like I say, hopefully when he plays against someone better, probably this Saturday, that's when the real test will be.
Bro, the players he could face on Saturday, Kulusevski, bro, Richarlison, bro, man's getting cooked.
It's going to be difficult for him. Let's see how he gets on. Well, let's move on into the midfield then, guys. We'll move on to Rodri. Played 78 minutes during the game. Had 63 touches of the ball. A 98% pass accuracy, which is why he actually only misplaced 1 pass in the whole game. Made 3 long balls, all 3 successful. 2 shots off target. One out of his 2 ground duels. Didn't win any of his aerial duels. A couple of shots and fouls there as well from Rodri. But you know what? I thought Rodri was miles better than he was against Aston Villa. He looked a lot sharper. He looked like he had some energy. You know what I mean? Like he'd eaten, which was always a good thing.
It looked like he could keep up with the pace of the game this time, whereas Villa, he didn't seem like that kind of guy.
Yeah,
so he looked decent.
I agree. I thought he had a good game, man. Did he do anything majorly sick? I don't think so, but he didn't have anything bad. I think he had a good game, man. I think I'd have to give him something like a 7.9, something similar to Gomez, like 7.8 towards 8. I wouldn't go any higher than 8 myself. I'll go in the middle. I'll go 7.9. I thought he had a pretty decent game.
Yeah, well, Xtra members have also given him 7.9.
Yeah, I thought he played well.
Moving on then from Rodri, KDB with the 8 from the Xtra members. What do you think, though?
Kevin De Bruyne, 78
It's a weird one,
played.
but he got man of the match by thinking, do you know?
Yeah. Well,
the Champions League man of the match thing. I was like, what? How did he get man of the match?
Yeah, let me give you the stats. So 78 minutes played, 1 assist, 78% pass accuracy, 4 key passes. 2 crosses, both successful. 4 long balls, 3 successful. 1 big chance created. 1 shot on target, 3 off target, and 1 big chance missed. Obviously, the one when he went 1-on-1. All 3 out of his 3 ground duels. Didn't win his aerial duel that he had. I don't know, man. It was a bit of a dodgy performance again from Kai. I still don't think he's at the races.
I don't think he's in sync, me. That's the only way I can explain it. It doesn't feel like it's in sync with everyone else. I personally, I'd give him a 7.5, innit? Just because I think it was just. I think there's another thing about Kev, and it's that he can do better as well because of the quality. So he kind of he set the bar, innit?
Yeah, that's always a difficult thing for Kev, innit? Because we know how good he is when he doesn't. He can still have a good game. Like yesterday, he still played all right for a normal player, but for Kev, it's a little bit lower.
Yeah, I mean, he can do better than that.
Yeah, so it's really difficult. I always find giving Kev the player rating is probably the hardest player to give, unless he absolutely slams it, because it's really difficult. Because then people compare the rating that you give to someone else. I don't know. Okay, so if I'm being honest. Obviously he gets the crossing, but it wasn't the most difficult cross in the world. Did miss a 1-on-1.
He did. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Other than that, you know, what I mean, he made a couple of other plays, but again, didn't quite. He was better, definitely better than Aston Villa. It was definitely better than Aston Villa, but he's still, I think, a couple of weeks away from his best, which is then a shame because then it's a World Cup or the international break, and then it's a World Cup. I don't know, man. I'm really struggling on this one. I'm probably going to give him. I'd probably give him a 7.9 7.9 with the full understanding that some people in the chat will go, what the hell are you doing if you're giving him a 7.9? The only reason I give him a 7.9 is I'm giving him a 7.9 based on Kevin's performance. I'm not comparing him to other people. So I know people will say, how can you give him a 7.9 when you give this guy that? But I'm with Kev, I think he's a unique player. You know what I mean? And we've got to judge his performance based on what we know he can do. There's no point in judging his performance against Sergio Gomez or Cancelo or Rodri. Because you know what I mean? Because he's miles better than that. He's an elite footballer. He's one of the best players in the world. So I would give him something like a 7.9. But I know some people might be like, that's a bit high, a bit low.
I mean, the Xtra Club members have given him an 8. So you're around the same mark as that. Russ Davies with 5 says, with Akanji looking solid and comfortable on the ball, do you see him as a long-term centre-back partner to Diaz? Also, does Gomez start against Spurs? Unless he's going to start Ake at left-back, I think Gomez will start against Spurs, given the fact that Kyle Walker's injured, so Cancelo is more than likely going to be our right-back, unless he full sends a free at the back. But yeah, I think Gomez will start against Spurs. And Akanji being long-term centre-back partner to Ruben Diaz is, do you know what I mean? It's a weird one because he had a great performance. I think we need to see a lot more from him. But from that first game, it's definitely an eye-opener for John Stones, Ake, for Laporte, basically saying, look, I ain't here to sit on this bench. I ain't here to sit on this bench, mate. I'm going to get in this team. I can show you I can play in this team. So, interesting one.
Yeah, no, definitely. By the way, guys, I'm pinning the player ratings in the chat there, so if you have come in late, just go to the pinned comment and that's where we're up to. Where we're up to now, Bernardo Silva is where we're at. Okay, let me give you the stats for this guy then. Played the full 90 minutes, 62 touches of the ball, 92% pass accuracy. He had 2 key passes in the game, 3 crosses, 1 successful, 1 long ball successful. He created a big chance. Dribbled past 1 player successfully, won 3 out of his 4 ground duels, won his only aerial duel, which is quite surprising for Bernardo Silva winning an aerial duel. Didn't get any goals or assists. I thought he was good as well. I thought against Aston Villa, I didn't think he had a good game. I didn't think he affected the game at all. Thought he was slow, and I didn't see the energy that you normally get from Bernardo Silva. I've seen a little bit more yesterday.
Is that maybe because he's more in the mid?
Yeah, possibly. I think that's one of the problems when he goes out on that right hand side.
You miss the energy because he's stuck on that right hand side, and he's got to hold his width. He's got to stay back there. Whereas when he's in the mid, he's getting about in it. Do you know what I mean? He's dipping about everywhere.
He's running around in that midfield. He's not running around on the wing because Pep Guardiola tells the wingers to stay on the wing. So there's not really much running he can do. I thought he was a lot better yesterday. Influenced the game a lot more. Very good on the ball as per usual. Didn't do anything, extremely mega, but didn't do anything poor. So again, you sort of give him like a bit of an average, better than average score, something maybe similar to sort of a Sergio Gomez. So yeah, maybe like a 7.7, 7.8, something like that.
I'd have gone 7.6. That's what I went in, just because I didn't want to go with 7.5 again. But the Xtra Club members have gone with the 7.4 on this one. That's what they've gone for. Obviously, like you say, didn't have the best of games of in the sense of making things making the difference on your ratings and stuff, or the stats and stuff. However, having that energy, I feel like is unmatched really when you have him in that midfield. And it's same old Bernardo, that, isn't it? Because he can be mint all season in that, and you can look at his stats at the end of it and go, this guy didn't have the best of seasons. But when you actually watch the match, you go, nah, he had a 6 season. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And that's why it's a bit weird with Bernardo, but do you know what I mean? His energy in that midfield is incredible, and do you know what I mean? He brings a lot to the team. Next up, bro, big one, Phil Foden.
Well, we spoke about him last night, didn't we, on the review stream? I thought he was absolutely exceptional. In my opinion, he was the man of the match. I thought he was just simply stunning. Let me give you these stats from the evening, guys. Played 70 minutes, 1 goal, 2 shots on target. Did 4 dribble attempts, 1 successful, 93% pass accuracy, 2 key passes. Let's have a look where else he won. 7 out of his 12 ground duels. Got fouled a whole host of times.
Loads.
Yeah, it was pretty mad.
Was it Acuna? It was Acuna, wasn't it?
Yeah, and obviously his goal was a really good finish. I thought he was causing Acuna all sorts of problems on that right hand side. Like I say, he was my man of the match. I thought he was really, really good, and I'd probably give him something along the lines of an 8.6. Something like that.
I'd have gone higher than that, personally. I'd have said 9. just because I thought he had a worldie. I was like, yeah, I could be off. I could be well off. I thought a 9, innit? Because I was like, yo, this guy's been sick. He looked absolutely incredible on that right wing, like absolutely incredible. And the Xtra Club members, by the way, have given him an 8.9. So I mean, so that's very, very close. I mean, to a 9. But I'd have gone round that area because I thought he genuinely was mint. He genuinely had a very, very good game. Honestly, he's fully in contention for that right wing spot. He's fully in contention for that right wing spot. The only thing is with Foden on the right wing is you'd have to play Grealish at left wing then. Do you know what I mean? So it depends on whether Pep wants the full same Grealish or not. He wants to play Foden like Alvarez. Maybe you could play Alvarez on the left-hand side as well, but it depends on the way that they're going to do it. But yeah, honestly, Foden on that right-hand side looked mint.
Yeah.
But honestly, because it was good seeing Foden, Cancelo, Kevin De Bruyne. They had some good link up on that right-hand side of the pitch. But like I say, Foden's basically giving Pep another option, another headache maybe to replace the fact that we didn't sign a right winger after letting go of Raheem Sterling. But yeah, Foden was 100% my man of the match as well. I mean, 100%. I think he was everyone's man of the match, bar Champions League. Like UEFA giving Kevin De Bruyne the man of the match thing, I was so confused about. I feel like they didn't watch the game and just went.
It was defo Phil.
Bro, they just went, who played well? Probably Kev played well. It's a safe bet giving Kev the man of the match.
On another day, he could have had Acuna sent off. The fact that he didn't get booked was an absolute disgrace. But yeah, I thought Foden man of the match. I think most people agreed with that. Nick Tall says, how do we only have 3 8s yet 1 4-0? It's a fraudulous. Just you got to keep it real, bro. That's it, innit? You got to keep it real. Otherwise, you'll be giving everyone 10s, bro. Right, who next? Grealish.
Grealish is next. So flipping over to the other side of the pitch.
Grealish, here we go. Chat, get your agenda out, man.
Yeah, everyone get your agenda on full flex.
It's agenda season.
Grealish was all right.
I thought Grealish was more than all right.
He seemed pissed off when he came off with his own performance.
Yeah.
But he looked decent. Do you know what I mean? Every time he got the ball, he was trying to make things happen, kind of thing. I know people saying, oh, but he's not trying to beat his man. Everyone's saying Palmer showing Grealish what to do on that left-hand side. I'm just like, bro, innit? Like, Grealish is doing what Pep asks of him, 100%, or else he won't be keep getting picked. Yeah,
his stats for the day, then played 62 minutes, had a shot off target. Which he should have done what he did for his first Champions League goal and go for the far corner. For some reason, he went for the near post, which is weird. Had 1 dribble attempt and was successful in that. 81% pass accuracy, had 3 key passes in the game, won all of his aerial duels and 1 out of his 3 ground duels, made a couple of tackles there as well. But yeah, you know what? I thought he was decent yesterday. I thought he looked really, really promising. He looked like he wanted to run at players, looked like he wanted to try and make things happen, threw balls in for Haaland. Looks like he has a really good relationship with Erling Haaland. I thought he was good, man. You know what I mean? I'd probably give him something around the 7.8, 7.9 rating. I think that's fair. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people have agenda on Grealish and think he's whack, but regardless of your agenda, just judge the performance of the game. And yesterday, Grealish played well in that 62 minutes. He did. So I'm giving him a 7.9. 7.8, 7.9, something like that.
Yeah, I'd have said 7.8. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he had a shocker, as people are making out. The Xtra Club members are giving me an 8.1. So they're around the same ball mark.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's fair. I wouldn't disagree with that.
Next up then, the big man up top, Erling Haaland, got himself 2 goals. All-round play, very, very good. Mm-hmm. Movement, incredible, as always. It's becoming a regular thing, that Erling Haaland is literally just unstoppable. He's an absolute beast. And, yeah, so I'll give you the Xtra Club rating, and then you can go for yours. We'll do it the other way around. The Xtra Club members this time gave Haaland a 9.1. So, in theory, right, the Xtra Club members, they're extra, as much as anyone can be in the chat going, yeah, Phil Foden, my man of the match. Well, the ratings don't tell me that. Obviously, with Haaland getting a 9.1, he is the highest rated at the first 11, isn't it? So, but I think he was very, very good. But they give him a 9.1. I'd have probably given him around. The thing is, I'll give Foden a 9 now, innit?
Yeah.
I'll give Foden a 9. Wow. So and then, but I can't.
This is why you can't go too high, man. You got to keep it realistic, innit? You know what I
mean? No. What I mean is, I've done it. I've murked myself in saying that Haaland now has to get like an 8.9.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me give you the stats,
you know what I mean? I should have given Foden like a 9.5.
Right, stats. Played 70 minutes, 2 goals, 3 shots on target, 3 shots off target, 1 shot blocked, 2 big chance missed, 19 touches. He only made 8 passes, but was successful in all 8. 2 key passes in the game and 1 big chance created, which is the one that he put through to Kev. 19 touches. It's really difficult again to give Haaland ratings, and the reason is because he doesn't actually do that much in the game in terms of like getting on the ball. He had 19 touches of the ball, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
this is off the ball work which does wonders.
It is, but I'd say it's what he does with those 19 touches is pretty much every single time he's either creating a chance or setting up the team to make a progression into the box or scoring a goal. Like, he's so efficient with the ball. It's mad. It is crazy.
I do think they go hand in hand though. Like they do go hand. The fact that because his off the ball work helps him when he does get the ball. Do you know what I mean? Because his off the ball work, he's working to get into areas where that ball's going to get to. So he knows that his off the ball work, he puts in the work, like the hard work early, so that when he gets to that position, he knows that I'm going to beat the man. I'm going to get there first, and I'm going to have my chance. Hence why he's so clinical.
Yeah, I think I give Foden an 8.5. I think Foden was my man of the match, man. So I'm going to give Haaland an 8.4. That's what I'm going to give him. You know what I mean? That's.
I'd give Haaland. I'd give Haaland 8.9, on the basis that I give Foden a 9. Haaland got 2 goals in it, so I'm fair for it. He
missed 2 big chances, man. What is this guy? You know what I mean? Well, that's not acceptable.
I wonder what were the big chances that he missed?
Probably crosses into the box.
It was Defo, that one where he like jumped up and backheeled it kind of thing.
Yeah.
The Defo class that as a big chance.
It would have been, it would have been a cross into the box, man. That's what it is. But the Xtra Club members give him a 9.1. So that's.
He's the Xtra Club member man of the match.
He's the Xtra Club man of the match. Yeah, he's not my man of the match.
Foden is hands down the man of the match. But do you know what I mean? I'm fine with it. Honestly, I just switched Haaland and Foden there. Subs then. Mm-hmm. Subs are always a weird one. Oh, the Gomez cross. That was defo one of the big ones. Yeah, the Gomez cross. That was Gomez's big chance that he created as well. Yeah, facts. Subs are weird ones, but today I don't think they're too bad. Sometimes the subs can be skewed very heavily based on how they impact the game and stuff, because people start crying when someone's played 10 minutes and gets the same rating as someone who's not. So starting off with Ilkay Gundogan. The Xtra Club members have given him a 7.
Yeah, I
think that's very fair. That's a fair rating.
Yeah, how about that?
Cole Palmer came on, trying to make things happen on the left hand side. Actually, he gets a little bit higher than a good one. He gets a 7.1.
Yeah, again, he only played 20 minutes, so I think you can't give him ratings similar to like Grealish and Foden because he only played 20 minutes. But yeah, I think he was good, Palmer, when he come on. I'm really excited to see what he does this season.
Julian Alvarez came on and was sprinting about like no tomorrow, as per usual. He got himself a 7 as well, and
was unlucky not to have a goal because if you remember, he pressed the defender, won the ball, and then
the ref blew, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was Foden on the right hand side, or Mahrez played him in, and then the referee blew the whistle. He would have been 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, so really unlucky. But yeah, I back a 7.
And the Mahrez got himself 6.8.
Only played 12 minutes.
Yeah, so I think that's fair. Do you know what I mean? That's fair. And then to be fair though, Mahrez did actually get the pre-assist. Didn't he? Do you know what I mean? That little dink to Cancelo with the ball in, then I think that was one where Diaz scored. And then Phillips, obviously he came on as well. He got a 7.
Yeah, it's the subs in it, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm
subs
happy
are
with that.
Difficult.
I'm happy with that. They're decent.
This is the point actually. When Phillips came on, 100% of his 100%. I think he made 14 passes, 5. Do you know what I mean? Long like crosses kind of thing. 100% pass accuracy, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
that's great from Phillips. From him, don't you? But that's mint though. To come on and literally not misplace a pass.
Yeah,
that's sick.
That is good. Eric says I was really impressed with Phillips' passing. There you go, backing up what you're saying. Look, it was a good performance last night. It wasn't against the most difficult side in the world. Seville, obviously, that's 5 games without a win now at the start of the season for them, so they're going through a bit of a rough period. But we have to deal with periods in the game where they look decent. The first 10 minutes of both halves, actually, they looked all right. But we got through that, and then it was pretty comfortable there. We also have to, people don't like mentioning this, but it is true in this day and age. We have to also mention the pitch wasn't the best either, which did affect our passing a little bit. It was very bobbly. A lot of the shots were going you know, in the top tier because they were bobbling just before they was about to pull the
Yeah.
trigger. So that's something they have to deal with as well. But yeah, look, it was a good performance. 3 points in the bag. We now got Borussia Dortmund in match day 2. They won 3-0, I think, against Copenhagen. So that's at the Etihad as well. So if we can win that, we've then got Copenhagen back to back. You know what I mean? So hopefully,
Push you in good stead, that.
yeah, you could be getting into match day 4, 5, 6. Be able to rest players, being able to rest Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, these players, you know what I mean? That's going to be really, really important with obviously the fixture congestion. So it's really, really important that we get that win against Borussia Dortmund. It's a massive, massive game because it just takes the pressure off, you know, the later match day, you know, group games which we've mentioned when we had the draw. So
is that next week, that game? Is the Champions League just every week now?
Yeah, every week. Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? It's so hectic.
Because it used to be every 2 weeks,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But nah, because of the congestion, obviously we're missing basically a whole month and a bit of football because of the World Cup. They've had to just squeeze it all in now. So, yeah, it's going to be mental. But yeah, the player ratings, they're in the pin comment there if you did miss them. It's only a bit of fun. Don't cry about it. You know what I mean? If you,
Don't cry.
See some people in the chat. What are these rating, mate? Just chill out in it. It's not that deep. Yeah, we're gonna be doing. Well, I'm gonna be doing a watch along tonight of Inter Milan versus Bayern Munich for our Extra Club members. So if you want to come and join me for that, it is a members only stream, not members only chat. So you will need to be a member to come and join me for that. I'll be watching that game. The link is in the description. Sometimes there's a join button below my face as well that you can click. Help support the channel as well. I will probably talk a lot more about City transfers, Tommy Tuchel, and it's a good game of football in Milan Bayern Munich, so that's going to be sick. What time is kick-off, by the way?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, right, there you go, guys. I'll probably go live, like, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the game, I don't know, something like that, but yeah, so stay tuned for that, and then, yeah, pretty much after tonight, it's going to be probably
It's full send, it's full
focus.
send Spurs.
Heavy. I don't think people fully understand how big this game is because it's Tottenham Hotspur. But I think Tottenham Hotspur could, I don't think they will, but I think they could be a genuine threat to the title. You know what I mean? They're a really, really good team. They've got a solid manager. I don't think they will be a solid threat in the end because I think they'll draw too many games. But right now, the way they've started, the players that they've got, the manager you've got, we've got to take them seriously. This is a huge, huge game. Probably the second trickiest game we're going to have all season, other than Liverpool. Mm-hmm. So this is a massive game, guys. You know what I mean? It's Kane versus Haaland, Conte versus Pep. Going to be big.
Abubakar there saying that they're level on points as well. So
level on points. We've got a horrendous record against Spurs, only winning 2 of the last 7. Stinks, mate. So yeah,
it's grim. If you're looking forward to this game on Saturday, you are lying. You are lying. You are not looking forward to this game. No one looks forward to Spurs in a season. It's not the one to look forward to. It's horrible.
Yeah, but look, there are the player ratings. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll be live tonight, Inter Milan versus Bayern Munich. Come and join me for that. Should be a good game of football. And Obaid comes in with a $50 donation. Happy days, we won. Yes,
Obaid with a 5-0.
There we go. Hopefully, guys, see you guys tonight, man. It's going to be a good game, man. Inter Milan versus Bayern Munich. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you tonight. See you later.
See you in a bit. Yes, Obaid.